Today, we're going to talk about those warning signs and the powerful tool that you have that comes from the experience of divorce. Now, most would say there's nothing good that comes from divorce, but that's not the case. There's a lot of great things that come from divorce. It's all the way that we look at it. To be honest, that's the way we look at life too. If we always see it as a loss, if you always see, I don't know, what doesn't work out instead of what did, what did we learn? If we can't learn from the negative experiences, then you're in the wrong place because you're always going to be there. You're always going to be stuck. You're always going to find the lack and what's not there. It's really the lens that we look at life. And that's the amazing thing. We can look at divorce as this horrible experience. We can also look at the camera moving all over the place and realize we're just gonna hold it in one. Or we could see it as an opportunity to maybe find a new angle, find a different way of keeping the crowd's attention by ducking branches and just laugh about it and learn. The same thing can be said about that's true about divorce. It's pretty amazing. We can look at the loss of friendship, the loss of family, the loss of a loved one, a partner, a friend. Or we could say, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? And how can we do better the next time? It's all in how we approach it, the angle and the lens we use to look at the situation. So if divorce isn't a loss, what is it? It is an opportunity to gain awareness, to branch out and to have a greater view on the situation that is life. So what is awareness? What are we talking about here? Does all that seem strange? Awareness is your ability to look back on your past and to say, well, maybe that's what this meant. Maybe I could have done this different. Maybe you're already saying that now, but you're beating yourself up about it because you're not learning the lesson. The truth is, there's many things to be upset about. But we can't change the past. We can only change how we move forward. We can only choose and change how we move through life. So if what you learned in divorce is you weren't showing up the way you wanted to for your relationship, this is a great opportunity, a powerful time in your life to make those decisions, to change it all, and to do something different. Don't squander this opportunity. So we can't make changes or improvements without first becoming aware. That's the gift of divorce. You just experienced it. You're becoming aware of the things she didn't like, and aware of the things that others didn't like, and aware of the things that you didn't like, aware of the man that you showed up for and you didn't really want to be. So here are 4 different areas of awareness that can arise in divorce that are powerful and can be life-changing. The first one is one we're generally not too excited about. That's the power of being, well, single. We move from married to single. We often look at this as it's a horrible thing and it's a horrible time. But there's a secret here. It's really an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to notice the differences and uncover patterns in our relationships, in our behaviors, and our choices that we often miss. So those moments that you had where you were not showing up, moments of regret that you saw yourself argue about something that you knew you weren't going to win. This is that time. This is that moment in your life that you can change it. Number 2, challenging conversations. Depending where you are in divorce, if you're going through it, the process as we call it, well, you're about to have some challenging conversations. And I feel for you, brother. It's going to be hard. The faster that you accept that there's going to be these challenging conversations, the faster you can get through them. You're going to talk about things with your ex, solo parenting decisions, rebuilding friendships, and these are hard. You got to stay focused, though, on these interactions because they teach us a lot. They teach us a lot about ourselves and about what we're willing to tolerate. These are areas that we can start to align ourselves with our boundaries, where we can choose ourselves instead of sacrificing ourselves at all times, like we may have most likely done in the past. Next up, awareness during the divorce that we realize is number 3, the power of reflection. Journaling, meditation, and deep talks can help us look within. Regular self-examination shows us patterns in a relationship and opens the doors to personal growth. Now, this is not an area that most men are willing to dive into. So, are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to do something different? You know, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. Well, if you think it was everyone else's fault and you're just pointing the finger, you might soon realize a little bit of humble pie when you hear and you find yourself in the same spots you've been before. So I dare you, do something different. Do a journaling, meditate, get to know yourself. You ever wonder why you can't sit alone in the room by yourself without having to do something, listen to something, scroll? Well, it could say a lot about you and what maybe you want to uncover. And lastly, number 4 here, awareness can be built in a place like this. Kind of amazing, right? We're out here in the wilderness. Get away. You hear the crickets. You hear the horses walking down below. You don't see any people for a while. You disconnect. You reconnect with the world that surrounds you, the abundance, the smells, the sights, sounds. You ground yourself. You connect with not only nature, but yourself. And in those moments, these are the times we learn more about ourselves than anyone else could teach us, and we often have to learn alone. So divorce is a powerful tool. A tool you can put in your tool belt if you'd like, or you can just act like everyone else. Try to ignore it. Try to think and blame everyone else for it. Or you can do something different. You can raise your awareness through the difference between being married and single, understanding the growth that happens in challenging conversations, and using reflection, the powerful tools of journaling, meditation, and deep walks alone with ourselves that can be informative. And lastly, we can do these things in nature and connect to this beautiful planet and to ourselves in ways that men often get trapped and lost away from. So turn what feels like a crisis into growth. Raise your awareness and choose not to only rebuild, but thrive. If you like this content and you're looking for more, check out the 7-day course below. It's an easy reset to get out of the fog of divorce or pain. It will teach you new habits, help break old ones, and give you new tools to move forward. Thanks for joining us on the trail.